Alright everybody, back with another set of agate nodules from just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to give these a cut today and see what we got inside. So let's walk through these real quick. So this guy, normal looking nodule, not a whole lot showing, but you got this one little indentation. I think it's showing some banding. Can't tell. Could just be an impression of whatever it was set up against. I got another flat one here. Looks like a little bit of banding, but could be quartz. Can't really tell. Looks like agate though. I got a long, skinny, flat one here. Definitely showing some banded agate that's weathered on that end. Probably just going to cut parallel to that. If it's any good, then I'll have quite a few cuts for small cabochons off of this one. Kind of like natural teardrops. So that could work out. Alright, next up, this one's definitely showing some banding. It's weathered a little, but it looks like it's going to be some pretty good banding. Showing a little bit of banding on that side, a little bit of quartz. The quartz looks like it runs about halfway through, at least on this end. Maybe it's just this corner, who knows? Probably going to cut this one down the middle. And we'll see how it turns out. Alright. Next up, we got this kind of a translucent one with a formed right up against some rough stuff here. Pretty neat looking though. No windows, but I'm guessing that's going to be translucent agate, maybe some bands. Alright, and then we got this guy. Again, another kind of a lighter skinned nodule. Looks like it grew up against some quartz or calcite crystals. Might even still be a calcite crystal in there. Yeah, I can see the calcite crystal right there. Probably goes into this stone. It's got an odd shape to it. Got some banding showing here. Don't know if these fractures are just on the outside or if they go inside. We'll find out. Alright. Got some banding showing on this window on the end here. Decent sized flat nodule. See some quartz down here on this end, surrounded by some banding. So we'll start on this side. Again, we'll cut parallel to that broken face. If it's any good, then we can get some slabs out of this. All right. Well, this one's definitely got some banding showing here. Alright, I don't see any quartz. Well, there's a little bit of quartz right here on this end. Maybe it's just right there on the end. Not sure, I'll probably cut this one down the middle. Got this big round nodule with a broken end. Again, these typically are quartz. The reason I wanted to cut this one though, I can see the quartz, but I can also see some agate mixed in with the quartz. So kind of want to see if I take a cut here, parallel to that broken face, what the pattern looks like with the quartz mixed with the banding. It looks like it might be interesting, and it's fairly large in size. So definitely want to cut that. And last up, we got this large, it's got a kind of odd shape to it. So on this end, definitely got some kind of agate showing with possibly some banding. And then over here you got a little bit of agate on that edge, but this looks like quartz. But it looks like it might have some kind of an inclusion in the quartz around the edge. So I'm curious. Again, I'll probably cut parallel to that broken face. We'll see what's in this guy. So these are all pretty nice, decent sized stones today. So these are going to take a while to cut. So let me get these off on the saw. We'll get them cut open and see what's inside them. All right, I'll be back. Back from the saw, got everything cleaned up. Let's take a look at what we ended up with. So this guy, I knew it was going to be quartz, but it looked like he had some kind of agate mixed in with it, so I wanted to see what the pattern was. And here's your pattern. All right, so it was trying to be an agate. Didn't quite make it, but it's a very cool looking quartz pattern, and that'll definitely polish up nice. Very cool. All right. Next up, we got another similar colored nodule. Again, just assuming it's going to be mostly quartz, but let's take a look. All right, it's got a little more agate than the last one. Kind of looks like the state of Michigan, and its mirror image. That's pretty cool looking. I'll probably do a face polish on that. All right, next up we got that kind of a translucent looking nodule. Let's see how he came out. Very nice, except for the fractures. It's got some inclusions, some banding in the middle, but lots of fractures. All right, probably throw this one in the tumbler. Okay, next up. All right. So, got this one long ways. Let's see if we got a good pattern. All right, it's pretty neat looking. It's got some cool stuff around the edges. It does have some fractures, some banding, and it's got some quartz around it. All right, and make a nice face polish. Very cool. Okay, next up, I think I cut this one the wrong direction. Kind of cut him to get the biggest face. I probably should have cut it perpendicular to this cut, either through here or through here. Let's see. So, no fractures that I can see. Cool banding. It's got the little snowflakes or orbs in it, but the pattern is spread out pretty good. I think we would have had tighter bands if I cut it perpendicular to this cut, but I don't know. I might take another cut, take a slab off of this face here, just to see what this thing looks like. It might be cab worthy. Or face polish, or both. All right, next up, got that long flat nodule with a natural looking teardrop shape, but it had some fractures you could see running along the top there. Unfortunately, they went deep into the stone. This top one popped off. You can see the more fractures on both sides of the stone. So I tried cutting behind some of the fractures, and I could still see fractures on this end, and I could see this fracture running through it as well. So I don't think I'm going to get a good cut off of that. I think I would have been better off cutting it this direction, just for a polish, face polish. Regardless, pretty cool looking. Tumbler maybe. Okay, next up, another kind of long flat nodule. And again, this one had some fractures in it. So when cutting it, this one broke along that fracture. And you can see other fractures in the stone. Although this one would have had a really nice banding. You can see the parallax or shadow banding in the stone. So probably throw this in the tumbler. Look at that shadow banding in that. Oh, if there was no fractures, this would have been really cool. Some of these fractures appear to be healed. So I'll probably throw these in the tumbler and then face polish this side. Alright, very nice. Alright, 3 more to go. Let's see what we got. Alright. These are some of the bigger nodules. So this guy cut long ways. And boom. Very cool. Okay, so kind of a clear, translucent chalcedony on this end with a little bit of banding in there. Got a lot of fractures, but this end got a really cool banded pattern. You can see a couple of fill points on this one. And look at that, the banding in between the fill points, or on either side of the fill point. That's pretty neat. And it's got some of that parallax in it as well. Very nice. Yeah, I still see the fill points on this side. This is just from the saw where it broke off. Probably clean that up. Probably just do a face polish on these. Make a nice specimen. Very cool. All right, two more left. I wasn't sure which of the last two I liked best, but not in any specific order. Let's go through them. So this guy turned out to have really nice color. Very cool banding. Now it does have a couple of healed fractures on this end. They're all filled back in. Very cool. So this is a definite face polish. That's really nice. That's a great stone. We knew it was gonna have something in it, but didn't know it was gonna have that color. That contrasting in the bands is awesome. Very nice. All right, last up. Have that big kind of odd shaped nodule. This one had some what looked like banding showing. Wasn't sure if this was quartz. Let's see what we did here. Yeah, so very nice colors, very contrasting bands. Got some kind of botryoidal stuff going on this end from whatever those inclusions may have been possibly. Yeah, almost had a geode center going on. So it might have a little bit of a purple color in it. Very nice. So kind of a gray, purple, white banded agate. Again, this is, you know, museum grade for the area that I collect in. These are some of the nicer stones that I've ever cut. Stones like this. So again, I'm just going to face polish these. That's really nice. All right, well, this is the last stone in this group for today. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye.